Hello and welcome to the Bodysurf Podcast with your budgie boys, Tim and Owey. Now, Owey, put on your AKG headies, turn up Fader 5 and strap yourself in because we've got a huge show. How you doing, mate?
Oh, mate, I can't believe we're back. I've got a little bit of wee coming out. I'm that excited.
Well, hold on tight because it's been a while since we've done a show and we've got a bit of stuff we need to catch up on. We'll update you with all the local and international body surf news. Some big competitions have taken place and we'll have all the details. Owey has a new segment. Owey loses it. Can't wait for that one.
I'm angry.
And he's already lost it. And and we play the Bodysurfer Edition of the Age Game and all the regular gear you love and know. That's all coming up on the Body Surf Podcast. Here we go.
Tractor systems are offline.
Number one for today's hits and all-time favorites. Hello, I'm Alan Jones, and you're listening to
The Bodysurf Podcast.
This is like the Bodysurf breakfast show. Tim, Owey and Wolfer.
Woohoo! You beauty! You ripper-dipper!
Good gear. But I've ended up with sand in orifices I didn't even know I had.
Yeah, fantastic.
Woozle wazzle.
All right, just hold it there. 1 second. Everyone just be silent for 1 second? All right. There's a massive buzz coming.
Well, shit. Oh, there we go. I hear you.
And don't forget,
It's always overhead when you're body surfing.
Oh, yes, it is indeedy. And we are back.
We're
and
here,
we have
Timmy.
We've missed out on a lot of good gear over the last few months because we've been just slacking off.
Yeah, well, and about time, really. We've earned ourselves a break, as far as I'm concerned, Tim. We did a really hard slog, and you know what? We took a couple of months off, but we're back, and we're better than ever.
Mate, we take a break all the time. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we're on hiatus, mate. A lot happened. Like it was a big time for us, and COVID just really we hit the skids, and we needed to just have a big break and a recalibrate. And thank the Lord we did, because mate, I'm fresh. I'm excited. As I said in the intro, I'm a little bit nervous. We're using a lot of new tech here. It's
Well, that's right.
Yeah.
Last year, I think we tried to do this, and it didn't work very well. Now, I think we've worked out all the bugs and all the issues, and it's going to sound crystal clear because our executive producer Wolfo has just been sorting out all the pots and pans, and it sounded really good.
Well, yeah, and we're running a pretty complex setup here. It's I'm recording, you're recording. Wolfo's not recording, but we can hear him in our headphones. So if we say anything stupid, he can tell us that we're incorrect. But you guys can't hear him. So it's all happening. Like, this is high tech, and
This is like a real podcast.
It's amazing, and we're in different locations for the first time ever.
That's right. So I'm coming to you live from Sutherland. About 15 minutes from Cronulla Beach.
Yeah.
And Owey has moved to the Central Coast and he's in his new lovely little house. I can see you've got an air conditioner.
Yeah.
You got a door. You got a bookcase. It's looking very nice.
Gym in the back there. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
You got a door. You got a gym. Yeah.
You're right, Tim. I am on the Central Coast, and I've moved away from a lot of my friendship groups. This is actually probably one of the few times this year that I've actually got to see people face to face that I know and love and care about, because the rest of the people are they're passers-by. In your life, there's many passers-by, and I'm living with a lot of them.
Well, we might get you to name and shame a few of them a bit later on in the show, but I thought we might start off with a new segment.
man, you've lost it.
That's our good friend David Hughes. Because he's going to lose it.
I'm angry, Tim. I really am.
He's angry.
I'm happy. I am happy right now that we're back. We're finally back. And I get my energy from this podcast, Tim. This is what I get excited about each week. Monday night when we record, previously. We're not doing it like that this time, but I used to get excited. I mean, 25 past 8 when we meant to start at 8 p.m. I was there. I was in the door and I was excited. But you know what? Because we've been off air for a while, the community's just... They need a bit of a rev up, Tim, because everyone's getting away with a little bit too much. You know, it's
what
just...
do you mean?
Oh, it's just too... People are just too relaxed at the moment. Everyone thinks that, you know, we'll go down the road, go for a surf. I moved up here. The Budgie Boys fell apart. No one's been meeting up. No one goes for surfs anymore. I can't get onto Captain Kookman. I text him every day, nothing. And it's because the podcast stopped. The community's fallen apart since this thing stopped, Tim. And we're back here to bring order. You know, like, we got a severe lack of content from anyone. Belly Slater,
Yeah,
where is
right.
he? Where is he?
Where's Belly?
He's silent. He's silent on Instagram. He's silent on Facebook. Mate,
Is he even playing stickball anymore?
See, he's not even doing the C grade content from because he's got his belly content, which is the A grade body surfing content that we all know and love. But then he's got his extras like the stickball and what was he? The pit mitt. Well, the pit mitt's good. That's body surfing related. He's been doing his little collaborations with Guy Butcher though. That's good.
Yeah.
That is good. But apart from that, there hasn't really been too much going on. There's no fin sprints happening. Mate, Simon Svensson, that bloke, I swear, he's right off the chain. And you know what? It's because people like us haven't been around to call him to account. Get vaccinated, mate. Pull your head in. It's not on. And I don't know what else that we can do, Tim, apart from calling people to account. Maybe this show should just be that. We should just take everyone in body surfing, name and shame them.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Do you agree?
Well, we've got a few anti-vaxxers in the Budgie Boys.
No. Who?
I don't want to get him in trouble.
Well, isn't he a sponsor? He is a sponsor of the show, and shout out to Aaron. Because mate, you are an anti-vaxxer, and I don't know why. Because you've taken plenty of the benefits of medical science in your life previously, so you probably should just jump on board with this. Anyway, Tim, enough of that. We're about positivity here: rainbows, sunshine, offshore waves. That's all I'm going to say about that. I just want everyone to know that we're going to hold you to account. And if the community starts getting loose and doesn't want to bring the joy and the fun anymore, we're going to name and shame you.
Man, you've lost it.
Is that a regular segment? Owey loses it?
Yeah, we can. Let's hear from the people. If they like it, it can come back.
Each week I reckon each week you just take aim at one person and just smash them.
Mm. Well, I mean, my voice is as annoying as Husey, so I can continue to do it. I'd love it. Thanks, Tim. Thank you for the platform.
Well, yeah, absolutely, and thank you for sharing your views with us. And let's get into it because, geez, we have been gone for a while, so it's time to do this.
Well, we got an old story that didn't make the list. This is Things We Missed.
Yes, it's things we've missed. We've missed a lot, Owey. We, like the last time I think you made the news was when you were at Woman, competing in the Woman Womp-Off.
Yes. Yeah,
and that feels like yonkers ago.
It was. You know, that was the last time that we were actually allowed to cross the border. And I believe that just after that, there was another border closing between New South Wales and Queensland. I have a theory that I actually started COVID, Tim, because I booked tickets to go to the Olympics. And shortly after the pandemic started. And this has been a running thing. Every time I try and book flights or a holiday somewhere, there's a new outbreak. So I've just stopped booking tickets anyway. The most recent one was the big New South Wales cluster, in which I was going to go to Darwin when the borders were open and visit my friend Christian, who was getting married up there. It was going to be the trip of a lifetime. So I've just stopped doing any of that, Tim. But the last time I did get to cross a border, which was when the Northern Beaches lockdown happened, so thankfully I wasn't part of that. We got to go up to the comp, and it was great. It was really, really good. And we had a killer time. There was a really good contingent of New South Welshmen there, and although we didn't get to really showcase our ability that well, we had a great time, and I really missed just the that's what I'm missing, Tim, and that's why I was angry before. I'm just missing the community getting together like that. So it was we had a great time, as I said. The Womma Wampers, the comp, it was pretty good conditions as well. So Darren Verenkamp beat Rowan Churchill to take out the Masters.
Wow.
Yeah, while Linda Franklin took out the women's event, making it 2 first-place trophies heading north in Coolum. And in the Opens, the 3-man final of Jake James, Rory O'Rourke, Gus Williams was taken out by the Shoresgasm. Is that Shoresgasm? Can you
Shoregasm, yeah.
Shoregasm. Shoregasm himself, Rory. So, yeah, it was a great time, Timmy.
Yeah, and...
No, that's not the comp I went in, by the way, Timmy. So I've got confused. I'm reading from... I'm like, I don't think I actually went in this comp. Yeah, we've had 2 comps.
Wow. And I was just about to say, Slidefest has come and gone as well. Like, Slidefest 2021 happened in June.
Yes. Yeah, Slidefest happened. I wasn't there.
No, we couldn't have gone.
And
this is
we're getting our information secondhand, and this is why it's confusing to us, Tim, because so many things happen, and we're not actually a part of it. We want to be a part of it, but we can't be. So let me just go back and correct myself and say, no, I wasn't at the Womma Wampers comp. Darren Verenkamp did not beat Rowan Churchill at the comp I was at, and Wolfo. I know you can't come into this, but thank you for correcting us. So you guys didn't hear in the background, but Wolfo is actually saying to us loud and clear that you're talking absolute crap. So the Womma Wampers comp, I don't know anything about, Tim, so I was just making up all of that stuff. Go back about 5 minutes and you can save yourself some time. The Slidefest 2021 comp held on the Gold Coast in June. We weren't there either, but we do know what happened. So the winner was Dylan Kelly.
Yep.
And what a body surfer he is.
Yeah, absolutely.
And from down south, Ulladulla way, Dylan Kelly. So he actually made the big trip up there, got across the border. I don't know how he did that. I'm not sure if it was...
Because we would have gone. We definitely would have gone. We've been trying to get there for a long time, but I haven't been able to, unfortunately.
They're saying that you can just walk across the border if you drive up, so it can't be too well policed. What do we got here as well? Cooper Smith took out the juniors, and Harry Gordon took out the over 45s, and Alana won the women's division. So, mate, there was a lot happening there, and I just wish that we could have been a part of that one too.
Yeah, absolutely. Something else that recently took place is the Flat Rock Invitational. Now, this is an amazing event, and I'd love to get an invite one day. I'm not sure how good of a body surfer you need to be to get a golden ticket to this event, but man, it looks like a lot of fun, and some big names.
Well, the Kookman won it one year,
right,
and he didn't get an invite back. So you can be good at this comp, you can be a great body surfer, but if you're not in the right crowd, you're not getting the golden ticket, as you say, Timmy.
Now, I'm not sure if this is right. Ryan Fitzgerald now at the helm.
Yeah, right. There you go.
So that's Fitzy.
Fitzy and Whipper.
Fitzy.
Yeah.
They're doing parody songs about Newcastle.
Yeah, there you
know,
go.
they're doing Jay-Z's State of Mind, but it's all about, landmarks in Newcastle.
Yeah.
It's good gear.
It is good gear. And yeah, I mean, Greg Mayers, he was at the helm for 20 years on that, Timmy. So
Right. So that's big news.
Yeah, and apparently, if our notes are correct, because we've got notes now, believe it or not, we're reading from notes. The Flat Rock contest is the oldest running contest in the country. Now,
Yeah, that's good.
Actually would make sense, wouldn't it? Because we don't have a huge body surfing history in Australia. So, I mean, for a comp to run for 20, 30 years, that's actually pretty good. So, there you go. Flat Rock is the oldest contest running for body surfing in the country. And the final was actually taken out by Jay, which is at the Catch-A-Lot in clean 3-foot conditions.
Now, Australia's biggest body surfing event, Wompoff 2021, seems to be destined to be called off because we're just in all sorts here in New South Wales. I know Victoria's also not doing great. I'm not really sure what's happening in Queensland, but I hope they're all right. But it just seems like the logistics of putting on an event like that are just not possible.
Yeah, and it's really sad because, I mean, COVID has really destroyed the last 2 years for a lot of people. And it's really frustrating. And there's many different trains of thought in regards to what we're going to do opening back up in Australia. And yeah, the states are quite divided, which is a sad thing. That we kind of want unity, and we have this thing where people are either overcautious or they're undercautious, and we're trying to find it hard to find the middle ground. And so we've got this problem in Australia where we have different political parties running different parts of the country, and so to make things happen like a national body surfing competition is actually really hard at the moment. Now, for me personally, I probably err on the side of caution.
Yep.
I'm not fussed with the lockdown. I get that people don't want to stay in a 1 or 2 bedroom shoebox in the middle of Bankstown. That would be really hard. I've got it really good where I am. But this virus is not a flu. It's not a cold. It's a SARS virus. And if we look at the data from the first SARS virus, and it was 89% similar to the virus we have now, the long-term health impacts of that virus are very scary. So we're not going to have that data for 20 or 30 years. And yeah, I'm just worried that in 20 or 30 years, if we open back up and this thing infects everyone, even though it be mild right now, what's it going to look like down the road? So I'm on the side of caution. I hope we don't open up too soon, but I get that mental health is a real big struggle, and I'll just be happy once we're all vaccinated, the vaccines get better and better, and hopefully we can eliminate this thing, Timmy.
Well, it says here, Owey, there's a chance that if all entrants carry a vaccination certificate, then we can proceed with Wompoff 2021.
Really?
This, however, rules out the controversial anti-vax Goldie Sliders from taking part. So they won't be carrying a vaccination passport. They won't be able to fly or drive here because they're taking a real firm stand on this.
We can't just blanket the whole team as anti-vaxxers because of Simon Svensson. And now we asked Simon for comment tonight, and he politely declined, and that's fair, and that's fine with him. I've had great conversations with him. I don't want to brand him as an outcast, but he doesn't have the popular opinion at the moment. And sadly, if you're going to go down that route, you're going to be the brunt of some jokes. And he's got a thick skin. He likes stirring the pot as much as we do. So I'm sure that he'll listen to this and he'll have a good laugh. Hopefully he does. But yeah, I don't think we can just blanket the whole team, Timmy.
Oh yeah, I'm just having, it's just a gag. It's just a bit of a yuck over here. But have you been checking out all the stuff that's been happening in California lately? I've been watching some really good Instagram content from LA.
Yeah, there's a couple of comps that were going. Now, I don't know how to pronounce this. I tried to ask the Super Biscuit, but he fobbed me off. And now, Woofer, if you can speak in my ears, if I get this wrong, Chubasco's. He's confirmed it's Chubasco's championship. Now, I actually don't really know too much about this competition. It's really hard to get any info on these comps overseas because no one seems to...
Now, is it true that they call it Worlds?
No, so this is a different competition, Timmy. So
okay.
The Worlds they're actually held within a similar time frame. Well, at least they were this year. But, yeah, not the same competition. But Chubasco's was... Yeah, Wolfo has just said that this one is part of the California tour. And we had Super Biscuit go down there, and I watched a lot of his content. I just said, listen, mate, can you send us a quick little message about what happened? And we received a 15-page essay. It was really good to read through. And he was like, you probably just don't want to read that word for word. And I'm like, nah, mate, we'll summarize it. So we have. And... it was held in Huntington Beach, California. It's some pretty solid swell for our foreign correspondent, Jason from Super Biscuit, who was in attendance. There you go. So I'm pretty sure Jason entered the comp as well. I'm not sure how he went, but he sent us through a list of all the winners. And yeah, the women's grand champion was Michelle Urkov. The men's grand champion was Spencer Ford. The hand plane grand champion. So I think they've done the body surfing and the hand plane event as a separate event, Timmy.
Rightio.
And the hand plane grand champion was Cam Castro. Now that's interesting because I wonder how different the disciplines would be. Like often you think if someone's a good body surfer, they're automatically a good hand plane surfer as well. So it's interesting that we've got two different champions there, and I wonder if you could enter both competitions. We don't have that info. And the tandem event was won by Dave and Oliver Ford. Now, Dave Ford, brilliant body surfer. Is Oliver are we going with son or are we going with brother or father? Wolfo, do we have any info on that?
Wolfo doesn't
He's
have
shaking
a clue.
his head. So we got Dave and Oliver Ford. All right, well, let's just say it's his son. So father and son duo there taking out. Maybe that's the first ever father and son duo to win a competition.
So how does the tandem event work?
Well, I think it would run a similar way to how our Womp-Off tandem events work, Timmy. You go out, you have a little body bash. You might take a few wavies here and there, and then you swim in, you tag your mate, and they swim out and get a couple more.
Rightio. All right, and the World Body Surfing Championships were held at Oceanside last week with Katie McConnell and Tim, Casanelli. For taking out their respective grand champion titles. So that's pretty cool. So that was the one I was watching a bit of as well. It seems like a lot of people were spectating there and some nice little swell coming through as well.
Yeah, and it says the Pine Street crew won the team championships. I was chatting with the Committed to Pitted team who entered a group there, and I don't know how they went, but they had a really, really good time. They didn't actually know about the podcast, Tim, believe it or not. People in the body surfing community that haven't heard of us. So we're getting new listeners every day, and hopefully they're listening today. Shout out if you are, guys. But yeah, that looked like really fun event. Like you've got everything there, Timmy. You know, you've got your You've got all your different divisions, but you've then also got the team kind of feel there. So with Womp-Off, it's a completely team event. I like the fact that there's individual heats, but it's also brought into the bigger team sort of mentality. It looks like heaps of fun, and I'm really missing it. I'm just missing having competition. I'm missing having mates around. Just a bit of a carry on. Oh man, let's get vaccinated and get back into that ASAP, eh?
Absolutely. Now, this one is an interesting one. The Bamboo Bay UK Body Surfing Championships kick off next month around the 4th and 5th of September at Fistral Beach, Cornwall. And Ricky Gilby from Warham Plains, Australia's favourite Englishman, is going to be sponsoring them. So you can register online at the UK Body Surfing Association website. Now, we should check in with the Limey Pirate and see if he's going to be competing, because I love watching footage from these events. It looks so cold, and the surf is always a bit choppy, and it's always a lot of fun watching those guys tackle that wave.
Yeah, well, the Limey Pirate's actually gone off the gram. He gave me his
WhatsApp.
No, yeah, something like that, and
Yeah.
just said check in from time to time. Now we've been off
Yeah,
the
yeah.
air, so it might be time for us to send him a little message, see what's going on. And Ricky Gilby's got his hand in all the pies, mate. There's he's in everything at the moment, and you know what? He's just going from strength to strength. And to wrap up that little segment, he's got a new board out, doesn't he, Tim?
Yeah, well, Warham Plains pinup boy Corey Sainsbury now has his own pro model pink badfish. And this thing looks really, really nice. It's just the original badfish mold, and it's bright pink. And I think it's just so cool that friend of the show, Corey Sainsbury, cute boy Corey, has his own pro model board. Did they put an official name on this? Did they remember they had a competition to name the red one? Did they name the pink one?
Yes, it's actually named the Wary Sains plane. I came up with that one. Yeah.
I'm going to call up the Wary hotline and complain about that.
It's not. It's actually. I don't know if it's officially named. I think it is just the Corey Sains model. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm getting nods from the producer, so I must be doing something right. Yeah, and now there was a bit of controversy about this. This board, Timmy. Yeah, I don't know if you kept up on this, but the colour's pink. Now, that might not strike any chords with you, but it did with a couple of people in the community, just here and there, and it kept us entertained during lockdown. Let's just say that much.
You can't own a colour.
Well, Podware apparently owns body surfing, so if you can't own a colour, then how can... So, Ecto might have just said, now listen guys, I may have released this colour a little bit earlier than you. And so there was a bit of head bashing between War and Ecto. I don't think anything was said directly to each other. It was kind of just like, hey guys, just showing you, remember that I was first. Now, other people jumped on board with that. Belly was front and center. That was really good. He loved some of the content on that. Then Slide uploaded a picture of one of their pink hand planes.
Oh yes,
yeah. So everyone kept coming back with, well, pink's it's a general color.
Yeah, I had a similar thing happen to me recently. I made a little sketch about the voicemail awards. Yeah, and I thought it was such an original, creative, unique idea. Turns out Kinney did it a long time ago. Which, if I just had a quick search on YouTube, I would have seen that he did the exact same sketch not that long ago on his television show.
Have you taken it down?
Oh, no.
Okay. Yeah, well, so that's the same with Ecto. They've left theirs up. War's left their board there too. Slide's still selling their pink model. You've got the little Wampa, that's pink too.
Yep.
Yeah, pink's pink, mate. You know?
Now, I remember not too long ago, actually it was a while ago, our second episode, we had Cute Boy Corey on the show. And, Owey, you got him on saying this kid is the next big thing in body surfing. And boy, weren't you right. Take a listen to this. This was when we offered him a drink.
But I could get Mum to pick me up.
He was on his green peas and he wasn't allowed to have a drink and drive. So had to get the old mum to pick him up.
Yeah, and that's cute, you know, because he hasn't really learned his lesson about speeding yet. And so it was probably a good thing that he didn't have a little tipple with us. And if he did, his mum could have picked him up. Now, Timmy, I just want to congratulate you because you're off the Beveraginos.
Yes. I'm about 8 months off the piss, and you know what? I thought I was going to lose a bit of weight, but I've put on the old COVID-15. Have you heard about this?
Yes, I've heard of that.
So I think I need to get back into the water and just start exercising a bit more. But yeah, getting off the grog's definitely going to help me. And you know, when competitions come around, such as Womp Off, where we've been known to sit on the beach and drink alcohol all day, I'll be in hopefully a better frame of mind, and we'll be able to do a few more trickaroos out in the water.
Does that mean you're going to start wearing sun cream as well?
Yeah, safety first. I'll be out there with the headgear, the goggles, the sunscreen, everything.
Yeah, that's good, Timmy. And I just,
Now,
as I said, no, don't. You can't cut me off here, Tim, because it's a very important thing to do something good for your health. And I haven't taken that step, but I just want to congratulate you again. And I know that there's plenty of people listening that will be on my side as well and giving you full support. You know, there's plenty of people out there that are doing it tough, not just in our community, but abroad. And you know what? Everything that you do for your health is really good. And as a mate, I just want to say good on you.
Thanks, mate. And I've been smashing the non-alcoholic beers, and I've been rating them all, and I'm trying to find the best one. And man, I would really like to actually have a chat with Hairy Man Breweries to see if they could make one. Now I know a lot of skill and effort goes into making a non-alcoholic beer. Some people make it with no alcohol. Some people make it with alcohol and then remove it. So it can be quite challenging, but I would love a Hairy Man. And if they could do something for us, that would be amazing. Now, Owey.
Yes.
Tell me something.
Okay, what am I telling you?
Would you like to play a little game?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm into
All
that.
right. Come on down. Now we are going to play a very special edition of the Age Game Bodysurfer Edition. There's been a few birthdays, and I thought we might see if we can guess the ages of some very famous body surfers. Are you ready to play, Owey?
I am ready to play, Tim.
Alrighty, our first one. Probably the biggest OG of the sport of body surfing. Mark Cunningham. How old do you think Mark Cunningham is? Woofo, you can chime in on this if you want.
Okay. Mark Cunningham. See, I'm actually
I'll
really
give you 30 seconds.
I'm actually really good with movie years, but ages, I'm a shocker. Mark Cunningham. Well, he's got to be older than 55, but he's younger than 70. I'm gonna throw one at the stumps and say 67.
Incorrect. Woofo, do you want to have a quick guess?
Wolfo reckons he's 65.
Ooh, Wolfo's gone with 65. That's also incorrect. He's 62 years old.
Oh, younger than Well,
Still a young gun, yeah.
the sun has ravaged his youthful looks, hasn't it?
All right, our next person that you're going to guess the age of is Jacob Barrel Pig Rosenbrock.
Now
How old do you think the Barrel Pig is?
Now he's older than Mark Cunningham, isn't he? Oh, that's what scaffolding will do to you. Jake the Barrel Pig. See,
Wolfo, you can whisper it in your ear, in my ear if you want as well.
now he's done many things with his life that have probably aided to him looking. Oh, I've run out of audio.
That's your 30 seconds, mate.
Oh, I reckon the Barrel Pig is 42.
Oh, 43. You were so close. So close. All right, next one. Matthew Bondy Bond. How old is our very own Matthew Bond?
Now he is older than Mark Cunningham. Bondy. Now I thought that he was like Sean's age because he's married to Sean's sister, but I was wrong, and I was wrong by a long way. I think Bondy is 38.
Yes, absolutely. On the nose, 38 years old. Well done, Owey.
Because he hasn't had his 40th yet, and I'm sure we'd be invited.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be a big one.
Not that he came to my wedding.
Was he invited?
No. Sorry,
All right.
Wolfo, by the way.
All right, Captain Kookman. Daniel Chevy Carr. How old do you think the Kookman is?
Oh, the Kookman. Well, he's got 3 kids, hasn't he? And a broken neck. Gee, he's lived a lot. He's a finance manager. He's got to be in his 40s, but he's looking fit. I'd say he's 43. Oh,
Close again. 45.
okay.
But he's turning 46 next month. Looking good.
He's looking really good for that. I should stop messaging him like he's a mate because he's almost my dad's age.
Okay. Purveyor of Stoke. How old do you think Purveyor of Stoke is?
Ooh. Wild.
Now, all these people have been guests on the Bodysurf podcast, so
Yeah.
we should have a fire law for all of them.
Yeah. The Purveyor of Stoke is 37.
Well done. 37.
I'm nailing this.
You're really good with this game. Okay. Corey, cute boy Corey. How old is he now? I know you just went to his birthday party, so
Yeah.
you should be able to get this one.
Yeah, I'll be able to get this one because it's actually one of my all-time favorite birthday ages, and it's because of the song that you get to sing when the person turns this age. They not only turn this age, they also get the key to the door because Corey Sainsbury has never been 21 before.
That was too easy.
Yeah, that one's
Alrighty.
easy.
Probably the biggest name in body surfing, Mike Stewart. How old is Mike Stewart?
Mike Stewart. He's been around a long time. He's got to be... Well, if Mark Cunningham, was he 53 or 63, did we say?
62.
Well,
yeah.
62, right, okay. Mike Stewart is then got to be 53.
Unlucky. He is actually 58.
Oh, okay. Well, at least I'm
And I
getting
think-
decades right.
Yeah. All right, our last one. Big fan of the show. Hopefully we'll get her on one day.
I'm a big fan of this segment, by the way, Tim. This is great.
it's a girl. Should we make it a regular segment?
Yeah, please do.
All right, we're going to be running out of guests, people soon. We'll be like guessing the age of Jesse Mawson.
Yeah, that's all right.
That's going to be real riveting stuff. Now, Letitia Parada.
Yeah. I don't know. Is Letitia her name? I don't think it is Letitia, but I know who you're talking about. Of the first ever hand plane cutback fame.
Right.
Yeah. First female to ever do a hand plane cutback.
And makes way better content than us.
Heaps better.
And should be hosting this show.
Yeah. A lot of people should be hosting this show, Tim. She's got to be 32.
27.
Yeah, I was going to go 20s, but I just thought, I don't know what I thought. I think I got lost in the moment, Tim, but...
It's all right. You did very, very well, so I'll give you one of these. Well done, Owey. And that was the Body Surf edition of the Age Game. Thanks for playing.
No worries. Thanks, mate. Thank you. Yeah, please make that a regular segment.
All righty. It was very fun actually asking everyone how old they were.
Oh, yeah, it would have been.
Now, should we have a quick chat about the Olympics? I know you're very keen and lobbying the government to get body surfing at the Olympics that will be held in Brisbane in 2032. Is it going to happen, Owey?
Oh, listen, I've been very vocal about this, but I'm not getting any support from anyone, even people within the body surfing community. They're saying, please stop talking about it. It's never going to happen. You're a long way back in the queue. And I say breakdancing is in the Olympics. Now, if you can argue why there's a sport like breakdancing in the Olympics over body surfing, I'll fly to the moon. Because let's be honest here. Body surfing is a very physical and technical sport. We've just got surfing into the Olympics. Now, bravo to them. They fought tooth and nail for that. But I've thought about something here, Tim. And I think that we can sneak ourselves in at the Brisbane 2032 Olympics because, A, the host nation gets to include a sport, I believe. They can include, I think they can include up to 2 sports. Wow. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. But they need to have certain things ticked off. Now, I've gone into the criteria of that, Tim, and I can tell you that the sport needs to be practiced in at least 75 countries. Now, do you think we can get 75 countries represented for body surfing? Because I say tick.
It's...
Wolfo's saying...
apparently Super Biscuit did a count.
We didn't make it.
Close. I think body surfing's pretty big in North Korea.
Well, yes. Where Kim Jong.
That's about it.
Kim Jong Un is the national champion. We need to have an international body as well. Now, TIC, they're not very functional, but they do exist. And I just wanted to try and get on the back of the surfing bandwagon because, I mean, lots of people at home during lockdown watched the Olympics and the surfing was great. The surfing was really fun. The stoke was high. The footage of it was amazing. But in the same way that I would say backstroke and freestyle are different disciplines within the sport of swimming, I think we can have body surfing as a discipline of the sport of surfing. Now, in the same way...
Now, every time we've brought this up, the biggest argument is that bodyboarding is ahead of us.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can add bodyboarding in as well. I would say yes, no. Like I don't mind if bodyboarding's there. Great. Power to you. My charge in life is trying to get body surfing there. So bodyboarding, if you want to come along for the ride, sure. But just because body surfing gets included doesn't mean that bodyboarding's ahead of us. Yes, sure. People will say, oh, they've got to be ahead of us. But no, you know what? If we can get our shit together and get people on board, I have no problem with body surfing being at the 2032 Olympics. Every Australian who's grown up within 10 miles of the beach has body surfed before. It doesn't matter if it's whitewash. Everyone's been to the beach. Everyone's surfed. So I would say that it's a national sport for us.
Well, I think you're going to be our biggest champion, Owey, and I know you've been sending emails and wagging fingers and trying to make this happen. So good on you. I think I would love to see Belly Slater working for Channel 7 as one of the commentators. I think that would just be amazing. And recently, Owey, you were on 2GB and 4BC talking about this.
Loving some of the texts that are coming through about the Olympics in 2032 if they are held here in Australia. Bracey, body surfing is a must for the Olympics in Brisbane. I like that. Belly Slater for team captain. Kind of works with the body surfing. But thanks from Owey, that one.
Let's make it happen, people.
That's right, Tim. And I've been lobbying the government. I've started a change.org petition, so please go on there. Search body surfing for the 2032 Olympics, and you should be able to find it. I've got one signature at the moment. It's me. So I even sent it to Wolfo and no one signed it. So thanks, guys.
Well, why don't you whack it in the Body Surf Podcast Facebook group, which has a couple of members. We'll try and get everyone there to sign it. And if you want to join that group, just jump on Facebook, and we'll be telling you what's going on with the podcast. So yeah, the Body Surf Podcast Facebook group is up, and let's get that petition up there, and we'll make it happen.
That's right. Well, James Bracey's on board, so why aren't you?
Absolutely. And Ben Way was actually at the Japan Olympics in Tokyo, and he was working, I believe, as a translator, doing some commentating stuff there as well. So that's really exciting. I'm sure he could do a bit of body surf content maybe in Brisbane in 2032. Seems like ages away. My driver's license expires in 2030, so I'll be through a new driver's license by then. But yeah, let's see if we can get body surfing at the Olympics. That would just be incredible.
Yeah, it'll go like that, Tim. I mean, here we'll be in lockdown, then we'll be out of lockdown, and it'll be the Olympic Games all over again.
Now, Owey, you've got a bit of news about a friend of the show, John Watson. He's not doing that well. What happened?
Yeah, John's had a bit of a stack, hey, and it wasn't good. It was actually really bad. I got a message from Scotty up there with the Stocko Wampers, and he said, just let you know, Johnny Watson's had a stack in the surf, and it's not looking good. And I just went, okay, here. We all get injured in the surf, but then I got some pictures, and yeah, he's gone full face first into the sand, and yeah, it's he's actually come out second best. Now, have we got his list of injuries here? Is it written down here? Or is it just, scroll up. It's up here. We're up. Oh, yeah, that's right. So, the report is that he's a bit tender, but he's on the mend. He's had 3 broken vertebrae in his neck. And that's full on. Like, that's scary territory. I mean, we spoke about Captain Kookman, even our interview with him. And I remember back, and he actually got a little bit emotional, the Kookman. So if you guys haven't heard that interview, please go back and listen to it. Because it's interesting to watch someone like quite a strong man get shaken up like that. And I'm sure that John would have experienced the same thing. Like when you do any sort of damage to your spinal column, your spinal cord, your neck, your vertebrae, it's a scary situation.
And we had John Watson on the Body Surf podcast when we were at Womp Camp, and it's episode 26 if you want to go take a listen. It's a great little interview. And yeah, John, I hope you're doing all right. Here's a grab from that interview. So you moved over from Singleton. I'm guessing not a lot of surf, not a lot of beach action there. Did you used to do a bit of a commute?
Definitely. So for a long time, probably about 10 years, we were driving down to Newcastle or Port Macquarie or whatnot to chase waves. And it was one of those things where we get to the beach sometimes and blokes would look at us and go, "What are you jumping in for?" And we said, "Well, we've just driven an hour and we're not driving home till we get wet." So
yeah, an absolute frother, and he loves body surfing, and I hope he's doing all right and he's on the mend and getting back in the water soon. But yeah, it's scary stuff when that happens.
Well, he's 6 weeks in the collar, mate, and I mean, well, normally when they put dogs in the collar when they get neutered. So, Johnny, while you got it there, maybe you want to get the snip while you're at it.
Oh, Someone got sent a brochure about getting the snip who recently had a kid. It might have been Robbie Miller or even you, Wolfo. Have you had it yet? He's going. Wolfo's going for one more. He's going for a girl. Yeah, he's done, he reckons.
No snip, though.
I had a little bit of a stack the other day. I was going out to get dinner. I went to get fish and chips from Michael's Seafood in Cronulla, and I was walking past Triple Bull, the surf shop, and I saw in the window they had a big display of all the Wampers. They've got all these different colour Wampers, the little mini bodyboards. And then I saw a sign that said, sale, 25% off. And I just kept looking at the sign thinking, oh, if the Wampers are on sale, I might grab a few for, Christmas presents. And I kept looking at the sign, trying to read it, and I walked straight into a pole. And just absolutely kook it. Ate so much shit and almost ruined me night. And the worst part was the for sale sign was 25% off kids' Vans. Wasn't even for the Wampers. So I was stitched up big time by a Triple Bull Cronulla.
Oh, well, they've been there for years, Tim.
Oh, yes.
Years and years and years, Triple Bull.
At least 30 years, yeah.
Oh, big time. Yeah, and I think they're getting a revamp soon. That whole block's going. Last time I was down there, yeah, it's getting demolished, mate. Put another high-rise in, why not?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I've got a bit of a Hughesy loses it of my own.
Yes.
Am I allowed to lose it, or is that just your thing, Owey?
No. You can lose it.
Now, I've got a lot of keels.
Okay.
I've got the Budgie Boys. I've got 2 pair of Budgie Boys. I've got the South Coasts. I've got all the different designs, and I've got the bellies.
Yeah.
They're probably my favourite. And the drawstring has come out on a few of them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I can't get it back in. And I've messaged Uga, and he says, "Oh, your grandma should be able to sew it up for you."
Yeah.
And I said to him, "She's been dead for 20 years, mate. So I'm not digging up that grave to get someone to stitch up my keels. There's got to be an easy way. There's got to be a little hack. There's got to be a little trick that someone's got, a tutorial on YouTube maybe."
Yeah, I've got it for you.
I'm not sure how to do it.
I've got it for you.
Yeah, talk me through it.
When I was a kidlet, I remember my grandmother fixing the drawstring in my pants. Now I don't know if it's going to be as easy to do with the keels, but what she did was get a safety pin. You put the safety pin in the one side of the drawstring, and then you feed the safety pin through the hole of the key, the little drawstring holes, and then you just gradually push it through piece by piece.
Yep. And I've actually done that with a few pairs of my budgie smugglers. Budgie smugglers are, let's say, they're not as good quality as the keels. So it's actually a lot easier to just whack it in and spin it around. That's what I think I'm having the issue with. The keels are such good quality and a bit thicker and and they're stitched better that I can't actually get it back in. So if anyone out there can help us out, that would be amazing, because I haven't been able to wear my bellies for a long time, and they're my faves. So.
Well, yeah, I'd tell you right now, you probably won't be wanting to wear them at the moment because it is cold in the water.
Yes.
I went in today and it is freezing.
Yeah. Well, they say it's about 16 degrees here in Cronulla, and it's about 16 degrees in the water and out of the water.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't really feel the difference. But yeah, definitely hopping in with the steamer. If we would actually go in, we've had sort of one surf this last month. Last weekend we went for a walk instead.
Oh, that's nice.
Went for a walk, got a coffee. Woofo smashed a muffin.
Yeah,
it's good. It's good fun. All right, I've got one more thing. I've ordered us some Super Biscuit shirts.
Oh, yeah, they're on the way.
Now, they should be arriving any moment. He's messaged me every day going, are they there yet? And I said, no, mate, it's COVID. Australia Post is in all sorts, so they should be coming soon. Woofo and I have got the lovely long-sleeved one. You've gone for a short-sleeved white shirt.
Yes.
So, yeah, I was hoping we could wear them all together on our first episode back, but maybe we wait and wear them when we get Super Biscuit on as a guest.
Yeah, which will probably be our next episode. Surprise, surprise. So, next week we can all have our little shirts on. Hopefully they come. And then, fingers crossed, Super Biscuit has the capability to do a Zoom call, and we'll have him on next week.
Awesome. That's going to be very exciting. And how's it sounding there, Woofo? It's all good? So, yeah, hopefully we'll have all the tech stuff sorted, and we'll be able to dial in to California and have a chat with Super Biscuit. Anywho, we got to get out of here. Do it all again real soon. We'll be back next week with a very special guest, Super Biscuit. But for now, we got to get out of here. But remember,
it's always overhead when you're body surfing, Timmy.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.